on December 29, 1890. As winter tightened its grip on the Great Plains, the long American frontier came to a violent and irreversible end. Before sunrise, U.S. cavalry troops moved silently across the frozen ground of South Dakota, surrounding a Lakota Sioux camp near Wounded Knee Creek. Inside the circle of soldiers were families, women, children, elders, exhausted, hungry, and already defeated by years of broken promises. They had surrendered peacefully. They believed the danger had passed. For decades, the Lakota people had watched their world collapse piece by piece. Treaties guaranteed their land, then quietly dissolved. The discovery of gold brought settlers, railroads, and soldiers into sacred territory. The buffalo vanished. Food supplies were cut. By 1890, the once free Plains nations were confined to reservations, surviving on ration lines and government control. Out of desperation, a spiritual movement spread across Native communities, the Ghost Dance. It promised renewal, not violence. A return of the ancestors, a rebirth of balance. To the Lakota, it was hope. To U.S. authorities, it looked like rebellion. Fear replaced understanding. When Sitting Bull was killed during an attempted arrest weeks earlier, panic swept through the region. Groups of Lakota fled south, searching for safety. One of them, led by Chief Bigfoot, already gravely ill, reached Wounded Knee and surrendered to U.S. forces without resistance. The soldiers ordered the camp disarmed. As weapons were collected, tension filled the air. Confusion spread. A single gunshot cracked through the cold morning. Its origin remains unknown. Within seconds, chaos erupted. U.S. troops opened fire into the camp. Hotchkiss rapid-fire cannons unleashed shells across the snow. People ran. People fell. Women and children were hunted as they fled. Some were killed miles away, frozen where they collapsed. When the firing stopped, more than 250 Lakota were dead, most of them civilians. 25 U.S. soldiers also died, many from friendly fire. It was not a battle. It was not a victory. It was a massacre. Wounded Knee marked the end of the so-called Indian was the American West, built on expansion, conquest, and displacement, closed here in blood and silence. Medals of honor were later awarded to soldiers involved, a decision that remains deeply contested. For Native Americans, Wounded Knee became a scar passed through generations, a reminder that survival did not end with surrender. Decades later, in 1973, the site would be occupied again by Native activists demanding justice, recognition, and the honoring of treaties long ignored. The past had never truly left. Today, Wounded Knee stands not just as a place, but as a warning. When fear replaces truth, when power silences humanity, and when history is ignored instead of faced, the consequences do not fade, they wait. Why do we learn history every day? Because when we understand how fear and power once erased lives, we learn how to protect dignity, truth, and justice for our generation, and for those yet to come. History is not old. History is living inside us. One day, one event, one lesson. Mr. Feedy,